listening to Traumedy, the podcast that helps you take your pain and play with it. I'm Nancy Norton. I am a comedian, a registered nurse, and a keynote speaker. I have not worked as a nurse in many years. As many of you know, I got out of nursing to save lives. I love doing this podcast. I just want to thank you for listening. I want to thank my guests. I want to thank my listeners. It's just a cool, co-healing, co-creative vibe that I'm really enjoying. I want to be a reliable source of comfort and healing for people and listening, enjoyment, because it's kind of fun. People tell me, like listening in on a couple of friends talking, and that's basically what it is. And I'm so grateful to have new and old friends that are willing to drop in emotionally and share their trauma, but also their resilience and their creativity and how they have managed through so many ups and downs. And so it's a really cool thing. Anyway, I'm going on the road for 10 days, tour all over. I'm going to the Ozarks, then I'm going to Baltimore, then I'm going to New York, and then I'm going to Chicago. So if you're in any of those places and you want to come see a show, check out nancynorton.tv, click on upcoming shows, and you'll find a link tree. You can also just go right to Linktree Nancy Norton Comedy. That's one way. And then please I've heard from a couple of people who give me suggestions or things they want covered. So please keep reaching out to me. Thank you so much. It just feels so good that you're out there. Enjoy this episode with a comedian friend of mine who was in town for some Moms Unhinged shows, coincidentally. She's an amazing cancer survivor and comedian. Let this be for the highest good, for my listener, for my guests, and for me. Did I say singular listener?
That's about accurate for my podcast too.
Probably is.
This is from my mom.
Oh, my mom would be the last person to listen. Okay. Okay.
Quiet on set.
Welcome. We got the giggles. Welcome to Traumedy. My guest this week,
Oh boy,
is a comedian, a former police officer.
Oh,
Shoot. And a breast cancer survivor, among other things, and a mom, and hilarious. Please welcome Mandy Simonson.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for having me, Nancy. Whew.
Thanks for joining me. We are here on a snowy winter storm night in Boulder, Colorado.
We are.
You just had a fun set at Comic Sense downtown Boulder.
Shout out to Jesse. Whew.
Jesse Carter.
Yeah.
We
have a little case of the giggles.
We got to giggling.
Yeah. But it's fun.
And it is. It's a good time.
Yeah.
And so, I was just explaining some of the things we do here on podcast in a bad Irish accent.
Yeah, and a bad English accent.
Yeah, well, I was calling it a British accent, and it really was a bad Irish accent. Now, welcome. I love talking to comedians and helping people know who may or may not be comedians how when something really bad happens to us, we get a little bit excited because we know
Write it down.
it's gonna be a bit.
We're like, there was a fire. Oh, this is gonna be good.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah. And nothing really is off limits, you know. It really is up to your personal.
Yeah. I'm pretty open.
I was talking to somebody recently, and this is heavy out of the gate, but it was Jackie Cation who said she actually had a joke about her sexual assault. I was avoiding the R word, but because it feels too harsh. But I just want to.
I was like, which R word?
Which R word?
It's like, I'm not gonna. Okay, the other R word. Okay.
Well, we can use it. I like to ease into it.
Okay.
You know, I don't want to.
Sure.
But I want to thank
Rhymes
you.
with grape.
I wanted to thank you though, seriously, because you came at a time when my sexual assault from when I was 15.
Yeah.
I've been trying to advocate for my inner teenager. Made a police report about it because nobody ever did, and I never did, and I always tried to minimize it, like that wasn't a big deal. Just what happens. Coming of age stories are always rough, but it was a little over the line. I mean, way over the line. I mean, this guy was not a normal person.
Yeah.
And he, did horrible things. And I have had life of reactivity to that.
Yeah.
It's affected my relationships, and you've seen me like go from being semi-functioning adult. Let's just qualify it. And then crying and you offered to sit here since you have a history as a police officer, and I felt like I have a little police trauma too, because last time I did a voluntary statement, it got used against me. So I just wanted to thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you so much for supporting me through that.
You're welcome. I am going to charge you at the end, but you are welcome for
no,
the time.
I figure I'm waiting for my bill. And the reason I just want to share that up front is because the rest of this podcast will probably be pretty irreverent, and I want people to know she does have a heart.
Oh, no, you're not the first person to disclaim me, Norton. It's all my life. They're like, she didn't mean it. She didn't mean it. I'm like, my name's Mandy. They're like, it is. I thought it was. She didn't mean it.
Well, I really am jealous of the fact that you are so clear, and like you said, your intention is not to harm. Your intention is to be playful. You have such a playful energy, and everywhere you go, you want to make people laugh. I noticed that. The restaurant, doesn't matter. You like to work the room.
And everyone's like, please be quiet, ma'am.
No, you're not. You're doing it in a very, I feel, fun and light way. It's not.
I like to make people smile and laugh.
Yeah.
It's so fun. It's from my dad. My dad's always been that way.
And what about your grandma?
Yeah, Grandma Jane.
Yeah, Grandma Jane.
Grandma Jane.
Who visited us in spirit.
She did.
Yeah. And you're sitting in my grandma's chair.
I'm like, next time bring money. But it was fun. It was good. It was lovely.
Yeah.
But I've been staying here for a couple nights, and it's been so fun.
Thanks for staying with me.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And letting me work through my neurotic processes. I just want people to feel safe and comfortable.
I do.
And know, do whatever you want except eat meat.
Which I've been eating on the balcony. No,
yeah.
I have it.
Out your window.
Out my window. I'm like, I miss sausage. In a lot of ways. Okay,
so here we are. You were raised by a dad who's funny. Your grandma was around. Was she around a lot?
No, but when we would visit, she's funny.
It was so special. You said she made you feel so special.
Grandma Jane.
Thank you, Grandma Jane. And I want to just give a shout out to my grandma. Made me feel special and loved. And
it's so nice.
It's so nice. And then you were raised in a police family. Is that what you would say?
Yeah. Social worker mom, child welfare, Christian family. Yeah. Suburbs of the Bay Area. Pretty typical. I say typical childhood, and then I forget. My dad was an Oakland homicide investigator, so there was a lot. I learned from him. I didn't know it. You can do a very serious job and still be my mom calls my dad a funster. Still be a funster, still be playful, and sort of the job doesn't have to come home with you and infiltrate everything. It's a job.
Yeah. I've always heard take the work seriously, but take yourself lightly.
And that's exactly what it was. Yeah.
And I have yet to figure that part out. Oh, that was my phone. I was like,
oh, she just.
I was like, yeah. I'm like, well, my phone's in airplane mode, but it tells me it's my bedtime reminder. I never listen to that. I don't know why it's set. It just sounds cute.
Yeah.
Go bed.
It's a reminder to check your beans.
Oh, did I turn those beans off? Okay, I think I did. Got the beans on. I've been soaking beans. I know you're excited for tomorrow's
soft
chili.
Bean, she said.
I like a creamy bean.
Creamy bean. A creamy bean.
A creamy bean.
Yeah, I can see that about you.
Yeah, I have a lot of texture. I think we talked about this. I'm a highly sensitive person.
Yeah.
So I have texture issues. I don't want a gritty bean, man. It's got to be a creamy bean in my chili.
She's doing a hand gesture that signifies creamy bean, I think.
Or the world's tiniest violin.
Could be either.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when you were a kid, your dad was a funster, and then were you like a clown, a class clown or anything?
Yeah. Middle school, got best sense of humor, class clown.
Yeah.
The works. Yeah.
And then how did you? So here you are. Is it okay to say you're late 50s?
52, baby.
Oh, you're only 52.
Yeah. Oh, you're like, I thought you were 59.
I was thinking you're late 50s, but you're right.
Remember, I'm much younger than you.
Much younger. And like almost a whole generation. I could have babysat you, and not well.
Yeah, but not with your antics. It would never work.
No.
Just kidding.
No, you wouldn't have listened.
I know. Please. Yeah. But
you had a whole career. In the police, in the San Francisco PD?
No, I was with the transit agency, which is BART. So I didn't want to go into people's homes and kind of lose my faith in humanity about how people lived, or I didn't really want to do domestic violence calls.
Yeah.
And because my mom was a child welfare worker, so I had heard enough stories. So, and then I worked for BART, and they paid really well, so that helped too.
Wow.
So I went to the police academy when I was 24.
Wow. Yeah, that's so cool. You have those skills still, don't you?
I think so.
I felt safe last night. I said to myself, "This
Where were we?
if at that gig,
Yeah.
we were at the gig at the Dickens Opera House.
Dickens Opera House,
and
right.
I said to myself, if anything goes down, this woman's got us.
I do. Yeah, I did. I scan. I sit in a certain place. So it's just part of the.
I noticed that at the end of the night where you were sitting, it just hit me. Your back was to the wall,
And you would
where you could see that whole room.
That's also where the placemat and the silverware were. But yeah, that's what my dad used to do. It's just sort of normal.
Yeah, it's like learned.
What did I say to you? I said, we stopped it somewhere, and I said I scanned to make sure nobody's holding up the place.
Oh, right. We went to get your Diet Pepsi.
Oh, right. And a convenience store, you always peek in.
Yeah, you're like, I want to make sure it's not being robbed before I go in.
I don't need a Diet Pepsi that badly.
Yeah. I don't want to do a lot of paperwork.
Yeah, I'm busy.
Yeah. That's so amazing. So
Yeah.
that's just part of you now.
Yeah.
And will be, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Like me with nursing, although
Sure.
I have to admit, there's a part of me like, is there a healthcare professional? I hope somebody else volunteers because I'm still doing CPR from 1983.
Oh, she's been trying to get me an enema since I came here. I was like,
Everyone gets an enema, but she won't let me, so we're doing the creamy beans. We're going top
Inside
down.
out.
We're going top down. It's going to happen. So I know.
I'm going home with a jar of beans, whether or not they're ready or not. I know this.
But you were saying, I love what you're saying about your first crush the other night.
Oh, my first crush was from a mugshot?
Yeah.
It was. I can still picture him. I mean, from the neck up.
Your dad brought home a book.
This lookbook. I was like Playboy for teenage girls. I'm like, I'm in it for the articles. But yeah, I didn't realize I had kind of a unique childhood. Like, I helped with lineups, would tell the suspects, turn to the right, say, put the money in the bag.
Did you go into, take your child to work day?
He took me to the police department all the time. I don't know why. Cheap. He didn't My mom went back to college when I was in elementary school to get her master's in social work. And so my dad was caring for us for a lot.
And so you just tagged along.
I think I thought I was a police officer.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit. I was like, I guess I'm on the clock. Yeah.
Did you ever give him any clues? Like, did you ever have gut reactions to people on the...
I don't remember that.
Like, like, Dad, it's that guy. It's number 2.
Yeah. Oh, no, I don't remember that. That would have been funny. But like, he would bring an undercover van home, and we would like drive around the neighborhood, and there was like a periscope you could see out with night vision and stuff. Yeah.
Fun. You're doing like ride-alongs.
Yeah, it was just part of the fiber, so I didn't really know. So when I went to the police academy, I was like, yeah, I already know how to do half of this.
That makes sense, because when I went to nursing school, my mom, like she used to bring home stuff from the hospital for us to play with, gauzes and needles and stuff. And
scalpels.
Yeah. Kids. Yeah. And then we, my first job at 16 was working as the hospital messenger. So it was like a home away from home. It was a very familiar. Yeah. There's the language. You already know the language. You kind of know the
My dad
culture.
used to talk in code. Like, he used to call out the license plates in the phonetic alphabet. So when I would test in it at the academy, I already knew the phonetic alphabet.
It's just that's your first language.
And the academy I went to is where he worked. So I already knew the halls and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, it was cool.
Wow.
That made it really special. And then he pinned on my badge, which was really cool.
Wow, that is beautiful. Yeah. I mean, beautiful's probably she's strong.
No, beautiful.
Do cops want to be beautiful? Why not?
I mean, why wouldn't I?
You are beautiful.
I'm single. Send help. But yeah, I just thought, and we've talked about this. I've been trying to write some of my police material. It's a touchy subject, but it's so dear to my heart because I grew up in it. So I have a different feeling about it. It's a comfort for me.
Yeah, and I know it's like I know what you mean. Like you were saying, it's a little more laborious because there's a sense of responsibility with it. Like you don't want to represent the police.
You don't want to disrespect the job because that's not how I felt about it.
Yeah. You just want to talk about some of the stuff that you did.
I know.
Come you just say that one thing?
I left my gun at Starbucks. Is that okay? What you want me to say?
I love it so much.
I'm going to do the punchline. I have a 9mm Beretta on the bar for Mindy. Yeah. So I had some foibles, but we all have our learning. But you almost injected people with things, I think, on accident.
Oh, for sure. But especially myself with my lazy eye trying to recap a needle. Oh my God, it was so painful. It was like, ow, 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 and then I'd be like, I got it. Whatever they have, I got it. But seriously, I think what's fun about your personality juxtaposed with that is so much funnier because you're so competent.
Yeah.
You present on stage, you're so confident. I'm so jealous. I have just a lot of neurotic energy and insecurities, and I show them all the time. You plant yourself and you're just, I'm just telling you what I witnessed.
Yeah.
And so I think it's really funny for somebody as competent and confident to have left their sidearm.
Yes.
I don't know. Is that the police term?
No, but we're going to let you have it. As a civvy. As a civ. We'll give it to you. As a normal. No,
what do you call it? Your
gun.
You call it a gun.
Yeah.
Well, see, I was married to a Marine, and if you called your rifle a gun, they made you hold your penis and say, "This is my rifle. This is my gun. This is for shooting. This is for fun."
For fun.
Yeah.
So
fun. But you were allowed in the police department to call it a gun.
We were.
All right. All right. All right.
Yeah, learning new things. There's a quiz at the end.
There's different cultures. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, I had some foibles. I had some. Don't eat at an Indian buffet on swing shift. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy. The tandoori chicken will get you every single time.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So
I
just want to eventually show the human side, the normal side of, you're just a person in a uniform trying your best.
With a huge amount of responsibility.
That is true.
I cannot do it. I would not. That is just my discernment. Obviously, I wouldn't qualify anyway.
I was going to say, nobody wants you to be a police officer,
no,
baby doll.
Nobody wants me to own a gun.
Nope.
No,
right.
It's for the house.
I don't even want you to have a rubber band, to be honest. At this point.
I can't risk it.
Yeah,
I can't risk one eye. I've already. Yeah.
Please don't.
It's just not. It's not for me. It's
or
not
a soft pillow.
Not,
I don't want anything for you.
You poke her with a soft. Get on the cushion. Yeah. What is that Monty Python sketch? Have you got all the stuffing up on end?
Yeah, we don't want you to have that.
Yeah.
But as a police officer, I served for 10 years, and then I got medically retired for breast cancer.
Yeah, that's where.
Yeah.
And that's where some traumedy could come in.
Yeah.
But also, so you did 10 years, and you've been, they treated you well. You have a pension, and.
Well, I fought for 3 years. They had hoped I'd die. But yes, if you call that treating me well.
Wow.
Yeah. Not the police department,
so
but the
whoever
the
provides the money.
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
we didn't touch on that.
That's a whole nother trauma we should talk about.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry.
I really want to hear that.
I don't feel traumatized. I handled it quite
well. My first episode was dedicated to Heather Callahan, my friend who was attacked by a serial killer in Denver, Colorado, and survived. And it's a wonderful story about how she had the wherewithal to she had an ability because she was a national athlete that she could lower her blood pressure. She could control her body and not bleed out. She survived, but. After all this, like being attacked and having, almost killed and her neck broken and 7 slash wounds and lung puncture, all this.
Breast cancer doesn't sound so bad.
Well, no, but I'm just saying the biggest trauma was the insurance company. Yeah. So just wanted to tell you that.
They called to check on me and make sure because I had a baby. How's the baby? I'm like, I'm sorry, we're not friends. Please don't call my house again. And the lady said, well, it sounds like you're angry. I said, I don't know who you are, but you don't ever call me again. You're checking to see if I'm still alive. Well, I'm just checking to see how you're feeling. I was like, we don't know each other. We're not friends. Don't call again.
Wow. Good. Yeah. You set a good boundary.
Oh, God.
You were not fooled.
I wasn't fooled. But
I told you that I had to do, we had a self-employed insurance at this hospital I worked at in Hawaii. And for 2 or 3 months, I tried to be this workers' compensation, and then I realized, I just can't.
Because you said there
pretend.
Was a sneaky aspect.
Yeah, you're supposed to pretend, you're supposed to be advocating for them, but you're really kind of spying on them.
Yeah, it's. I understand why it happens, but it's a no for me.
It's a hard pass. But anyway, you
fought it, and
you got what you needed.
Yeah, so I got medically retired. They call it. So in the state of California, they are required to return you as you started. So if an injury is caused on duty, they have to get you medical attention for it, fix it, or they have to retire you out.
Yeah.
And in the state of California, it's presumed that cancer is caused on duty after 10 years. And I got it when I was 9 years. So we fought for it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Do you think it was work related?
Who knows? They had to prove that it wasn't.
I gotcha. And I could see with,
I was a first responder and going into bus zones and going into facilities that had all kinds of asbestos and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to prove that it was caused, but they had to say that they had to prove it wasn't. They couldn't.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, you have a bit that I asked you to cue up. Well, should we play it?
Yeah.
So here's a bit of dramedy that Mandy is doing around her breast cancer experience.
Cue music.
I don't always like to tell people how I lost my nipples because I'm like, I don't want to win the conversation, Sometimes I tell people stories. Somebody's like, no nipples. I'm like, there was an accident. It was a very dry slip and slide. Those neighborhood kids are never going to be the same.
That's it. It's just, it's so fun to be playful.
I love the whimsy, the slip and slide is fun to say. I had a slip and slide joke. Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
It's just fun to say.
It's slip and slide.
Yeah.
I've got to give credit to my friend Christian. Those were his words.
Yeah.
He helped me with that. And every time I say it, I curse him because it's so funny.
Yeah.
But he helped me with it. I think we had water slide at first.
Oh.
And then we morphed it into slip and
Slip
slide.
and slide.
This is one of my first year jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been
one of my
favorites.
first year jokes was about the shower massage, handheld model. Thank you, God.
Thank you, Jesus.
Water weenie, slip and slide. Those were my friends.
Okay, right. Yeah. I inevitably get most shows, if I do the breast cancer material, I have somebody come up and say, oh, my sister's a survivor, or I'm a survivor, I haven't laughed about it. It's worth all of it.
So good. Yeah. And I love that you reclaimed your breasts with tattoos.
Yeah.
Do you talk about that in your act at all?
I do. I have it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got Swedish embroidery flowers on one side.
And
the other side, an IKEA meatball. That's my joke.
The embroidery is based on something from your family?
Yeah. My dad's side is from Sweden, and I went and visited and saw my homeland and all that. Yeah. And I've always felt connected to being Swedish.
But are the flowers from
There's
something, but is it from something in your home or on a pillow?
I saw it all over my grandparents' house.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's called, what is it called again?
Well, they're just Swedish embroidery flowers. So usually they're done on pillows or a tea towel or whatever. Or like.
But it's a specific kind of embroidery that's on there?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if it was from something you actually had and you took that photo to the tattoo artist.
I just researched Swedish flowers and that came up. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's been fun.
And now, how many years has that been now?
Since I've had
your mastectomy and
I'm going on 19 years.
Double mastectomy.
Yeah, bilateral. Once it was prophylactic on one side.
Oh, because you had the gene.
Yeah. And I was like, they're not paying my bills anymore,
How they used to.
Yeah, I got a lot of drinks in college.
Yeah. So you just decided, did you do it all at once while you're under?
I did. I had way bigger boobs before.
Oh, so you got to choose your cup size. You put implants that you wanted.
No.
Wait, what happened?
They're my tummy tissue.
Oh,
Nancy is gonna feel me up after the show.
Oh,
They're my tummy.
Why wait till after?
Hello, we're not. This is an audio. Yeah, I'm like okay, yeah, they're my tummy tissue. So I got a tummy tuck out of it.
Oh, this is fantastic!
A new belly button.
You have what?
New belly button.
You got a new one?
I did.
Wow.
It's called a tram flap, that's what the procedure's called, and it was a 15-hour surgery.
Oh, wow.
And I had to donate my own blood for months beforehand, and then I was in the ICU for 5 days after. Kind of a hero, if you ask me. But, I'm just going to be humble about it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a whole thing, just to get titties,
That's so great that you don't have foreign objects that you have to deal with.
Yeah.
It's your own,
right?
Your own body, and it stays in place.
They sewed an internal. I'm showing her my nannies. They sewed an internal bra. Dr. Timothy
Like
Santoro
a mesh,
of Kaiser.
like a little mesh or something?
Yeah, I didn't ask a lot of questions, but yeah.
Okay,
I
I was just curious.
Yeah.
I mean, because I didn't know if it would stay there. Like I was
mean,
just wondering how
as of now,
they look great.
well, all right, that's a little much, but thank you.
I love seeing the tattoos.
But I don't do merch at shows. I do picture. They can touch one of my titties for $5.
That's a good deal. Half the proceeds go to the breast cancer awareness.
No, excuse me. I don't spend my money.
You want to travel.
Don't spend my money.
Mama
wants to go to Thailand.
You're saving up for Thailand.
That's right. Yeah. So
I love this lightness around it. Like there's no part of you that's got this, or is there a heaviness, or is there still grief? Do you still need to? Is there? Yeah, there was.
I told you
it's a huge loss.
My daughter was. Well, let's not get too crazy. No, my daughter was born very premature. We talked about this. And she came home for 3 months, and I got diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer when she was 5 months old. Oh, I wasn't like, yahoo, this is cool. I'm not doing anything else, and I might die. Let's do it. I mean, of course, I was upset, and I didn't want to die. But with breast cancer, they really sweep you right into treatments, and you're really not that special. Like so many people have come before you. So it's like...
And they're making so many improvements.
They are, and I had great care. I mean, there was a point where I thought I was going to potentially die. Yeah. And I was like, well, I'm in a little bit of a jiff here, a little Jimmy Jam.
Yes, with a 5-month-old.
Yeah. I was like, she's not going to know how great I am. What a shame.
Thank God she's lived for you to tell her.
Right. Oh, every day. But I was so grateful that she was so young, because I didn't. I know people that have go through it who have children who are 5, 6, whatever years old, and they have to explain all this to the kid. I didn't have to do any of that. She was very portable, so she stayed with people when I needed, and I went through 5 months of chemotherapy and then radiation, bilateral mastectomy. Feels like there's something else.
Wow. So your family was really supportive, helped you with...
absolutely. Oh yeah.
And then.
And my husband at the time was very supportive.
But I was just wondering, like, I can't imagine having breast cancer while breastfeeding.
Well, yeah, she was a preemie, so she hadn't latched on anyway, so I wasn't breastfeeding.
But you were giving her your milk.
I was pumping because I'm a hero. So, just humbly, I want to add that.
But when you have breast cancer, I know one of the symptoms sometimes is blood coming through a nipple.
Oh yeah, that's.
And I was like, was there any risk of her ingesting anything like that? I don't know. I mean, I know that sounds really.
Chunk in her.
I'm a nurse, so there's a part of me going, well,
you can ask
is
anything,
she at
even
risk?
If it's disgusting,
was it?
You can go ahead. Even if it's
well, I didn't know if there was any
irreverent.
I didn't know if there was any okay, you cannot give her any more of your breast milk.
No, I haven't heard any of that. I was on a a support group called YSC, Young Survivors Coalition. That was super helpful. I mean, that was the saddest part is there was a metastatic board part of it, and you're like, oh, thank God I'm not on that. You're like trying to stay away from that board.
Yes.
And then you'd see postings of people that had passed away and stuff. That was really hard.
It's scary.
Yeah, it was hard. But I never heard anything about that.
No, I just didn't know. Yeah. I was like, gosh, I've never known anyone that got breast cancer while they had an infant.
Right. It was not it wasn't great.
Don't recommend it.
No. F. But I really credit my daughter for saving my life because she was born premature, and then I found the lump. And I don't know if I had carried her longer, if I would have felt it. I mean, it all kind of feels like it happened how it was supposed to.
Yeah.
And it was already stage 3. So then when I found the lump, they really expedited me through because it was very serious.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Stage 3 means it's not just in your breast. It
was in my lymph nodes in my armpit. I could feel it.
Did you have to have all these lymph nodes taken?
Yeah.
Out?
So I have a risk of lymphedema for a long time.
Do you have to wear a sleeve or anything?
I go sleeveless, and I'm pretty...
I didn't know.
Pretty comfortable with it.
Well, with lymphedema, I see a lot of people wear a stockinette or a
No,
stocking.
I didn't get lymphedema. It was just like I would get my blood work done on the opposite arm and stuff. It was just something I was cognizant of.
But they didn't have to take your lymph nodes on the the side that you did prophylactically.
Right, no.
So stage 3 means it's
It's gone to a site beyond the original tumor. So the staging 3 meant because it was in my lymph nodes and it was 1 centimeter in my lymph node, and the size of the tumor was 5 centimeters, which those sizes stage it. Otherwise, it would have been a 2 if it was a little smaller.
I see. Good for you that you found it and you took action right away. And
it's not something you want to sit on particularly.
Well, no, but I think people tend to go into denial. Like, especially I have like fibrocystic breasts. So it's like, oh, that, yeah. Well, check this. Check this out. There's just parts where I'm like, oh, that's that lump,
It's easy to explain it away, for sure.
Right. Yeah. No. Who wants to have that?
Well, I thought I might have had mastitis at the time.
Oh,
which
yes.
is a plugged milk duct.
Yes.
So I went to my OBGYN and I, asked her, and she gave me antibiotics, and she never thought it was breast cancer.
Oh, no. So at first,
even though my mom's mom had it, we just, when she was older. So when they have it older like that, they don't really connect it genetically. It's just because older people tend to get cancers.
Right. The odds go up every decade you live.
So she was in her 60s. So they're like, yeah. So, they didn't really think it was because I was so young and so beautiful. And
I don't need to laugh. I don't need to laugh so hard.
Yeah, that hurt a little bit. Was it the young part or the beautiful? Rude.
So beautiful.
Rude. I know where you're asleep, and I'm going to put water on your head while you're sleeping. She didn't think so either. And when the antibiotics didn't work, she's like, why don't you just go get a biopsy, And I didn't think it was either. And I'm sitting there talking to the surgeon who's very surgeon-y, very cold and clinical, and it's getting quieter, and I'm starting to make jokes because it's getting awkward, and so I'm like,
while he's doing the biopsy,
it was a female. I was like,
she?
Well, yeah, I was like, how about those bears, huh? Like, and I was just nervous, and she had actually was going to see if I needed a biopsy, and she said, why don't you go ahead and get ready? We're going to do the biopsy now. And I was like, gulp. I was like, ruh-roh. She knew.
She's like that. She knows that she knows.
She knew. And so, I don't know, a week later, I was going to see a movie with my mom. My dad was watching the baby. And we were walking into the movie, and my phone rang, and she said, this is Dr. So-and-so. Are you driving or sitting down? And I remember thinking, boy, she's so thorough and checking on me. I just didn't.
She's so. Yeah.
She's so
what are you
concerned.
wearing?
I know.
What are you wearing? Are you driving?
I'm an O negative. Like, bug off. I was like, I don't know. So I sat down, and then she said, you have I don't know if she said test positive. You have positive results for invasive ductal carcinoma. And then everything went white, and I handed my mom the phone. And I could see my little mom taking the information. That was the hard. I like watching my mom have to do that.
Oh, because you went.
I just couldn't hear
offline.
what she was saying anymore. Yeah, and then somehow my mom, I was able to talk to her again, and we scheduled. I was going to have a mastectomy like a week later.
Wow.
My sister-in-law at the time had just gotten diagnosed with lymphoma. And I was like, I see your lymphoma and I raise you.
Yeah.
Stage 3 breast cancer. Just want
so
the
much
attention.
for the attention you're getting.
Yeah. And so she had heard about doing chemotherapy first. There was some reason, and there's something called neoadjuvant chemotherapy where you do chemotherapy before you get a mastectomy or a surgery. So a lot of times with breast cancer, surgery is curative. They remove it. But mine was a pretty big tumor, so they think that, the more the tumor grows, the more likely it is to become metastatic, that cells have gotten into your system.
Yes.
Yeah. We're missing a little of the comedy part, but we'll get back to it.
No, there's this podcast. It's very much about really dropping in.
Okay.
And then it's really more peppered with some humor.
Oh, whoops! Reverse of my normal day.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not just brushing over it. And people who may be listening have dealt with something similar. And I loved hearing about how you coped with even just that awkwardness when you sensed that she was like, this isn't. And it is in that therapeutic humor program I studied. It really is a way of making things manageable.
And that's how it's always been for me. Yeah.
The more intense. Oh,
she, I don't think she's ever laughed in her whole life. She was not interested.
You were not able to win her over?
No, I was like, the red nose, huh? That's doing it for you.
Some doctors are missing that part.
All of my doctors were.
Well, and we always used to say, like,
glad.
sometimes there's an inverse relationship between their social skills and their surgical skills.
It's called autism. What?
It might, yeah,
No.
but it is often. They are often on the spectrum.
I'm so glad because
And
maybe
they're
I don't
so
want
good.
a silly
Like,
surgeon.
No, exactly. Like, oh, you're great with you're great with a one-liner,
Right.
but whoops.
Oopsie daisy, wrong breast.
So she did a great job for you.
She was great. My oncologist was not funny either. And he said, "What are you doing to deal with stress during this?" And I said, "Phew, I'm glad you asked. I started smoking." And he was like, "Oh no, that's not good for you."
He did not know you.
And I said, "What do you mean?"
Oh, no.
And I said, "I'm already getting chemotherapy. What's the big deal?" He didn't. I'm not for everyone, and I know that.
I know. That's perfect. That's what makes you good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, leave those people. Let them wonder.
I was like, someday in about 20 years, I'll be doing comedy, and you'll be sorry.
Yeah, you missed it. That's so funny though.
Yeah.
I think those are fun, like little sketch. Like I love sketch comedy. I could just see that in a sketch.
Yeah.
Like,
I know. If you're stressed,
him
start smoking. Yeah. Duh. What a ding dong. And you're a doctor? Come on, buddy. So I had the first surgery I was supposed to have was to get a port put in so they can do injections and you don't collapse your veins. So
right.
I got a port put
central
in.
port.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I like to call them tig-ass bitties. I had big old mammy jammies before.
You were blessed.
I was blessed.
You were blessed with the bosoms.
With blouse clowns is what they call them.
Blouse clowns.
I heard that recently. Sweater meat.
I have never heard that.
Meat.
Sweater meat. I love blouse
I
clowns.
too. I did a breast cancer fundraiser, my first one recently, and I used that one. So funny.
I was blessed with the blouse clowns.
And
so you
she
had
tried to get the port in, and she struggled because I was awake for it.
Oh yeah.
And I was like,
They just do a local anesthetic.
I was like, is she standing on me? She was an Asian lady. I was like, hello, Dr. Chen.
But it was because there was so much breast tissue that she was trying to wade in there.
Sweater meat, yeah.
So much sweater meat.
She was motorboating her way in there. But then I was set to have that port put in. And I guess they have recommendations the night before surgery, like, don't eat or something. Like, because you're going to aspirate, which I'm like, whatever. But I had like half a granola bar or something. And then I remembered. I was like, ugh. But I was like, half a granola bar, please.
Oh, no. When did you have that?
What are you, a cop?
Yes, I am. I'm a nurse cop. No,
I
what?
think
How
I
many?
was supposed to end at 10, and I probably had it at 10:45.
Oh,
I forgot.
That's okay. 10:45. I thought you were going to say in the morning.
No. I'm
in
not
the
a
morning.
beast. I'm not a beast. I had a light breakfast cereal. So I get in there, and I'm in the robe. I'm in the room. We're all prepped, and she's just casually like, "So you didn't have anything to eat?" I was like, "No." Well, I said I did have half a granola bar, and I swear all the lights turned off. I was like, everything shut down. She's like, "Wrap it up." I was like, and she was not pleased.
Oh, dude.
And I was like, chubby
but come
girl
on.
strikes. And I was like,
but it was.
but I'm a baby. So I had to come back like a week later. I was so
real.
embarrassed. I was
you know what? We got to trust your path.
I know. It wasn't meant to be on that day.
It was not. My sister had to have cancer surgery, and they had to postpone it because a fly came into the operating suite.
Waiter, there's a fly in my suite.
Yeah, there's a fly in my suite. Yes.
Hey.
Which one of these buttons is the rim shot? I should know this.
Oh, the cheers.
There it is. It's the turquoise one.
That's
All
nice.
right.
Should we do
Okay,
it again?
say it again.
Wait, what was
Waiter,
it?
there's
a fly in my suite.
We're killing it.
Brilliant. Amen.
So feel free to
hit your own
turquoise. Yeah.
I don't mean to toot my own horn or do my own rim shot.
We could also have a laugh track.
That's so funny. I play that during my shows.
Yeah, I actually did during the pandemic when I was doing webinars. I got cotton mouth again. I was like, "Oh no, I'm so nervous because I'm talking to a little
Yeah.
camera, and then it's people that don't even have their screens turned on." You know, it's like,
So
I'm talking to you, Scott Smith. And then
You did. That's
hit
so
that.
smart.
Well,
I started comedy after the pandemic. Thank
good
God.
for you,
That
man.
would have.
That's amazing how far you've come in such a short
I
time.
don't know.
I keep saying it. You can't get tired of hearing it.
Yeah, and then she's all, "Don't move to Denver.
I don't want you to move to Denver. I don't need this competition.
You're going
Get out of town,
old lady."
This town's not big enough for the two of us.
Well, that's Denver. You don't live in Denver.
that's true.
That's true.
You know, you got me on that one.
Somebody's
You got me there. So don't move to Boulder.
Yeah, don't move to Boulder. Don't worry, it's so stupid. So then I went through.
You did it, and then tell me any other humor that you think of that
No.
got you through it.
That was it.
That was it. There was nothing more.
I was like,
But I
everyone.
mean, like, so
Everything.
everything. I know you use it all the time.
Everything. I don't even know any different.
Yeah.
People are like, "Oh, you were so brave." I'm like, I wasn't brave. What am I going to do? I'm like, "Oh, bye." I'm not going to take the treatments. People are like, "Oh, you're so brave with a baby." I'm like, "Well, what am I going to give her away and then do treatments? I already have her." Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
You just do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone's like, "I don't know what I would do." I was like, "You'd get the chemotherapy gel is what you do. You don't want to die.
Not today.
Not today. Maybe another day." Yeah. It was
And so but it's just your way. You just like,
yeah. I remember one day I went out with, you lose all your hair. I went out and.
oh, you did?
yeah,
You lost all your
of course,
hair?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, chemotherapy.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
sometimes, I mean,
Yeah.
they're getting chemotherapy a little more specific now. But,
Well, for the next time.
but
Yeah. So I remember going out and I had lost my eyebrows too. And my husband and I went out into San Francisco to go to a musical because I was just getting out. And we took Bart, and that's where we were both police officers. And a bunch of coworkers were like radioing and, Mandy's at the station, come say hi. So like 4 or 5 of them came up and I was like so animated and talking. And then we get to the musical and I look in the mirror and I had forgotten to draw on eyebrows. So embarrassed.
and you look so different without your eyebrows.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I was like, how could they even tell? I was like, I was like, that was funny. That was just one of those moments. Here I'm wearing a little cap with no hair, and I'm like, no eyebrows.
I have to draw mine on because I have Hashimoto's, which is just a thyroid thing that makes your outer eyebrows fall out. So I'm like,
aren't we sexy?
I've got to draw my.
I
How
know.
will they know my expressions?
Mine didn't come back in strong, so I got them tattooed on.
Oh,
Actually, I was going to get Swedish embroidery flowers up here. They weren't in season. But
those look great.
Well,
Those are
thank you.
tattoos.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that looks fantastic.
Yeah.
It looks normal.
Thank you.
That's good job.
Well, I didn't do it, but thank
Can
you.
I get tattoos?
Yeah,
Or,
come.
I think I'm too old. My skin is.
Excuse me.
Well,
You're
I'm
not.
just saying, like, will it? You know, my skin's falling.
I'm not a trained professional. We'll have to consult somebody.
Okay, well,
I'm just here for the laughs. I didn't know we were going to do a consultation. I'm going to lay down. Let me see.
somebody told me I could get tattooed like between my eyelashes, so it's really eyeliner that's really
Oh, yeah,
integrated.
you can. My friend did that.
I don't know how it looks. I don't know. I'm still worried about this. Like older skin is doing weird things.
It's called crepey skin.
It is called crepey.
Crepey.
I call it creepy.
Oh, it's
It's creepy and it's crepey.
Yeah. It's creepy and it's creepy.
It's sliding
Yeah,
down.
that's right. My
napey.
My napey. Yeah, so I did about 4 or 5 months of chemotherapy and
you came and what? Hey, have you been in remission ever since, or do you call it you're cured?
well, after 10 years, you go back into gen pop. They call it general population. Like you're just as likely to get it as anyone else. So
But you don't have
19 or
breasts, so where would you get it?
Wow, that's rude. Yeah, no, just kidding. They're like in your. Well, they have something called scanxiety. Have you heard that as a
No,
nurse?
I love it though.
So when
not
you,
love it,
you
but
go in for some scans after, or if you have a symptom that persists for they say sit on it for like 2 or 3 weeks, and there was something I can't remember what it was. Oh, I had necrosis here. That's dead skin, dead tissue.
yeah.
Above, and I thought, oh, cool, I'm getting cancer I had cancer of my stomach tissue now. That's your brain is just like, oh, great, this is it. And so I got a scan, and then you wait for the results, and it's so scary. But after 10 years, you're released, and a lot of people struggle with that because they're like, you're in active treatments, and then you were going to the doctor maybe every 3 months, then 6 months, and once a year, and then they're like, bye, and you're all,
What?
I want to get checked again.
Bob, when will I see you again? And they're all, get out. Yeah, I didn't feel that way because we've established I have no emotions or feelings. But I know a lot of people.
You tend to accept what is. I mean, Eckhart Tolle would call it the business of isness.
Oh my God!
You just accept what is.
Yeah, because it's. I mean, I'm not that special. I mean, don't tell my mom. But
you just.
They're like, you good. You don't need to come back. And I'll see you later, skater. I'm not coming back. So yeah.
So that's where you are.
That's where I am. And 19 years later, gorgeous as ever and humble. And I don't worry about getting cancer again. If I get it, there's nothing I can do. I love to smoke, so that's still in.
You don't smoke.
I don't smoke.
Do you? Did
in your house?
Did they get no? But did they tell you to? Did you? Were you supposed to adjust food or I don't know, you hear things about soy or estrogen producing foods. I made you eat tofu, I just realized.
Oh God.
Oh man.
Thanks a lot. It couldn't have been the smoked cured meat I had on your patio.
That beef jerky.
Yeah, that beef jerky. They weren't in the business of that. Like if you wanted to kind of research, they were in the business of like saving your life at the time. And then there's a whole thing with sugar, and then it's like, and then artificial sweeteners aren't good. I'm just like, I'm going to live in moderation as much as I can. I'm going to have a piece of cake when I feel like it. And I just
love it.
I'm not really, but I'm not that person anyway.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
yeah.
I'll do my best. I exercise, frequently and try to stay out of the sun and
yeah.
All that
wear your
stuff.
sunscreens.
Yeah. Well, I don't like that. But yeah. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I do. And I just, I kind of accept stuff. So I think that's true. Yeah.
And, they have proven that when you laugh, you raise your NK cells, which are called natural killer cells, which are scanning your body constantly for viruses and cancer cells and clearing your body.
Doing the Lord's work.
You have been. You're curing yourself every day.
Jesus.
And others. You are. We are helping people.
And my ex-husband says I don't work. I mean.
I thought that was your lawyer when you went to get those spousal support.
No, that was his lawyer. That was, let's be clear. Yes, but that's great to know. Yeah, I didn't know that. Wow, I am pretty.
You are healing people. We are healing people with our humor.
Yeah.
I mean, I got into comedy for selfish reasons to, get attention from strangers, but I love that I know now.
Yeah.
It changed my life to find out that we're actually being of service while meeting our own needs. I love reciprocal things like that.
Oh, yeah, sure. It helps justify our needing validation from others.
Yes, it does.
We're healing you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. What do you do with your bomb on a set? You're like, whoops.
Oh, no.
I didn't heal anybody on this one.
Get liability insurance.
But I made $20, so.
That's right. And a free drink.
That's right.
So okay, so listen, you have been doing comedy 3 years now. You're rocking it. I already had a little difficulty having to follow you. I had to bring my A game. Let me just say it. Let me just say it. And let me just say, you're crushing it. You're getting into
I'm having a lot of fun.
You're having fun. You're getting into festivals. What's next for you? And how can people find Mandy Simonson?
Well, that's a great question, Nance. Next for me, I mean, I have a couple of shows here. I've got a smattering of shows in.
You're from Portland.
I am from Portland. Do you want specifics? What do you want?
Well, if there's anything or like anything that you want,
Instagram and I post
this will go up in a couple of weeks. So anything that's like February.
I'll be at Laughs Comedy Club in Seattle, February 14th and 15th, hosting the heck out of 4 shows.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll be
Valentine's.
That Valentine's Day with a burra handsome headliner. Good. And then I'll be doing another Moms Unhinged show in Vancouver, Washington.
That's
January
where we
29th.
met. We met through Moms Unhinged. Say it again. I stepped on you.
January 29th, Vancouver, Washington, at the Kiggins Theater. And you can check the Moms Unhinged website.
Oh yeah, check the Moms Unhinged website.
It's so
and what's
fun.
your Instas?
It's musings _ Mandy, really specific. And
musings when's the underscore?
Let's not get into it.
I'm gonna put a link.
Musings Mandy.
Musings Mandy.
Yeah.
And I'll put a link in the show notes.
And I also have a podcast.
Oh wait, it's right. What is your podcast?
It's called Late to the Game.
Dang it, I should introduce you as a podcaster.
No.
Go back. Let's start over.
Okay, so the diagnosis. Okay,
But what it's called?
Late to the Game, and on Instagram it's Late to the Game Pod with my co-host Lisa Rimmert, who is just a very talented comedian and so fun and a good friend.
That's fantastic. Late to the Game.
Yeah,
really cool.
Yeah,
and you interview people.
No, it's selfishly just me and Lisa.
Oh, just the two of you?
We talk about things that we either didn't know about or we might have gotten into late. It's because she and I started comedy late. In age, so that's where it started from. Yeah.
Check that out, everybody. Late to the Game.
Thanks for listening.
And I'm going to put some links in the show notes, breast cancer survivor stuff.
And I'm all available for breast cancer fundraisers. I would love to do more of those.
Yes, that would be a perfect match.
Yeah.
I want to connect you with people like that. That would be so helpful because nobody can help another breast cancer survivor like another breast cancer survivor. Just that's the way it is.
That's right.
Well, thank you, Mandy Simonson. Thanks for joining me here in Boulder.
Thanks, Nance.
I want to thank my guest, Mandy Simonson. Find Mandy on Instagram at Musings a la Mandy on Instagram, and you can find shows. She's based in the Portland, Oregon area, but tours all around with Moms Unhinged and other comedy shows. Wow, for somebody who's only 3 years in, she's a powerhouse, man. And I want to thank you, the listener, once again. Thank you for tuning in and for sending that healing frequency back this way. I'm sending it your way. Again, I'm doing a little energy dance around the microphone when I'm saying that. I want to thank my son, Nathaniel Norton, for putting together the music loop. Tune in again next week. It's Traumedy Tuesdays. No matter what, keep laughing.